Hello?
Yeah! Yeah, you did.
All right. I'm the best man. My name's Nick. Excellent to meet you all. My brother Mike. I have a few things I'd like to say about it. It's going to be very casual, comical, and relaxed. All good things.
You're losing the crap.
All right. My brother Mike, he taught me a few things. In school, he taught me how to make friends. Right off the bat, first grade. You know, he was already 3-4 years ahead of me. Mike taught me, you know, how you go up to people and just even introduce yourself. He taught me how to go to the big wing. As I was in 1st and 2nd grade, Mike had already transitioned into 5th, 6th grade, at which point that's the big wing of school, of grammar school. It was a big step when I was a little kid. At that point, I realized I was Mike's little brother, and Mike was my older brother. And I was going to be following this legacy probably, well, not probably, forever. I'm always going to be Mike's little brother. And then when we started playing sports, it became Schwartz. I noticed when Mike, you know, was out there on the flag football field in 6th grade, 7th grade, everyone was saying, Schwartz, Schwartz, Schwartz. So when I started playing sports in 5th and 6th grade, I became Schwartz. Again, I was Mike's little brother. All the teachers in the big wing, they're like, hey, you know, Nick, when are you going to come up here? You know, you're Mike's little brother. Anyway, I realized I was just tagging this. That transitioned into high school at Bellarmine. I knew I was going to Bellarmine. Are you kidding? I went to Bellarmine. And I was Mike's little brother. It wasn't even a question. But with that, I learned how to grow up a little bit. I learned about partying, girls, and varsity sports. Yeah, be real with that. Varsity sports, partying, girls. But the coaches knew me, and I was Mike's little brother. And the whole time, the teachers knew me, and I was Mike's little brother. But with varsity sports, I knew I wanted to play. I wanted to get that letter. I wanted to have that same kind of dedication and commitment that I saw Mike have the whole way through. He was out there. He was a starter. I mean, it was amazing to me to see crowds of people come and watch, and you know, people I didn't even know behind us as my parents. They would know, you know, go Mike, go Schwartz, go this, go, you know, and I was Mike's little brother. So with the partying and the girls, there were date dances, and this was a new thing too. And I remember running out and seeing Mike. He's wearing his tuxedo top. You know, some problem. I didn't know what problem was at that time. But he comes out in his tie and then his cummerbund thing or whatever. He didn't have the pants on. He's just in his boxers. What are you doing? You know, what is this? He looked at the half of a penguin, and you know, Mom was still ironing the pants. But I'll never forget what he said to me. He just come out of the bathroom, and I was like, Mike, so what are you going to do now to prepare for this? And he's like, well, I'm going to shave, and then probably go shave twice. Like, you know. So anyway, you know, because when you're dancing, and any time at this, you don't want to be getting stubble and rubbing against the face. I was like, all right, I get it. But because of that, you know, being Mike's little brother, for every date dance since, I've always shaved twice. I would shave, I felt incomplete, and I would go back in and make sure to give it another one sober. And then came driving, and my brother had a car. He was independent. He was an adult. My parents were always the ones that drove us around, but now Mike could drive. My older brother could drive us around. It was huge. Not to mention, you know, I'm a huge car guy, so now we can look under the hood together. And there started a huge career, partnership, friendship, everything, where Mike and I would just spend hours in the garage together. And that was work. And the only story I have for this is loading flowers into a van. That doesn't mean anything to you guys, but Mike started working at Bloomster's. I had to work at Bloomster's. You know, I'm Mike's little brother. You know, and we go there. They all knew me already. You know, and just we're going out to a wedding, and we have just pots and pots of flowers, and you know the bands, and people are just kind of taking their time. All of a sudden, Mike's like, no, Nick, just grab it, just start putting them in, part of it. And I see this work ethic, you know, and it's just taking the initiative. Grabbing the flowers, putting them in. It doesn't matter. We can fix it when we get there. But I was Mike's little brother, and I was learning how to work and just kind of take hold of things. And I learned that. And then beliefs. Mike taught me a lot about beliefs. guy who practices what he preaches. He lives what he says, and he believes in his heart, and basically exemplifies it as much as he can. And I've learned that the only way to really represent yourself is to 100% just live, just embody yourself. And Mike's a guy that does that, and I give him credit for everything he says, because with 100%, he owns the situation. He owns every single word, and he thinks about it before he says it. And it's something I'm still chasing. I'm trying to be that genuine. And then came to college, and with that was the idea of living independent. Yeah, he's helping. But live independent, and just I remember my mom and I going up to Gonzaga, dropping him off, and looking at the old Mac or whatever the iMac was at the time, and just plugging it in. And we made our routine trip to Walmart, Kmart, and bought all our supplies, and then that was it. And then we were off. And Mike was my older brother, who is now independent and on his own. And I thought that's something only adults could do, but now it became a reality to me. And so all these things, I just kind of been following in his footsteps. So it was okay when I went to college, and I knew that I was going to do the same thing: go out, buy my bedding, buy all the wonderful top ramens, and then my mom's going to say goodbye. And then Sam came along, and Sam came along, and with that, it was Sam's sister and Nick's brother, and that made the main thing together. But really, from the start, Sam always treated me like a family member, and I treated her like a family member. Just from the beginning, I hugged her, I tackled her, and there was an instant connection of just a true sports family identity. And she played ball the whole way. But with that, I'm, again, learning from my brother, Mike's little brother. I observed these two, and I observed what love is for the first time. And it's something that I've been chasing and trying to understand. And for the first time, I see it. I of course, parents, but at the same time, from observing my older brother and Sam, they're really in love, and they are going to be in love for as long as I'm Mike's little brother. And I'm going to look to them for help as I go down this path of love. And we got a good thing going here. So I want to close a little bit more lighthearted and really just say thank you all for being here. There's incredible energy in the room, and I think we're going to have a wonderful evening, of course, but really to come all this way to Wisconsin from West California, it's been quite an endeavor, and love it. This is an incredible state, just very beautiful, clear air. Thank you, Wisconsin. And the last thing is, please everyone raise your glasses. And I'd like to propose a toast to Mike and Sam. And to the